Welcome, everyone. Welcome back to Man Cave United. We've got our good mate Dino in the top right-hand corner, and we've got our main man, Shano. We've hooked him up. Hopefully everything works well for him today on this pod. I had a phone call from Dean today. We need to get talking because we have been a bit lazy with this international break. So I'm going to give it to you, Dean, and you can lead the way today. How are you, buddy?
Good, thanks, buddy. Hey, who needs a striker when Harry Maguire's slotting goals for England, eh?
Is that the only reason you're doing this today?
I just thought, we'd have a little chat. It's been, a week or so now, and, we've got a big match on Saturday night against Brighton, and, there's a few positions up for grabs. Like, do we see Amrabat play? Do we see Facunda play on the right? It's pretty interesting times at the moment at Manchester United. So, who do you think is going to start on the right wing?
Shano.
Anyone.
Well, I said Shano's in trouble already.
No,
I reckon, what do you call it? I reckon Rashford's going to... I reckon he's going to just do what he usually does. He'll put Rashford out on the right-hand side and Garnacho on the left.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Like, I just would love to see him mix it up a little bit. We might even have Nemanja Vidic play centre-half with all the injuries and that we've got. So, it's going to be interesting to see. But, I'm really excited to see Rasmus start for United. And, Bruno's had a great international break there, countless assists and 1 goal. So, I'm really looking forward to that side of it too.
Yeah. Well, Shane's back with us now after he's sorted out his door.
I opened the door. She just, I don't know, for some reason she's going to take her keys with her.
Yeah, I know the feeling, Shane. Fine.
Yeah.
So we're just talking about who's going to start on the right-hand side for United against Brighton.
I don't know who's he bought. Because he doesn't want to bring in all these old players to come in. He doesn't want to use the young players out there.
Yeah, well, I thought hopefully he starts Palestri, but I reckon he'll probably put Rashford on the right and Garnacho on the left.
You gotta think. Just jump here if you want to jump. You gotta think he's gonna go with the experience. But as I said, Palestri, every time he's played, he's been fine. He's been, he attacks, he's gonna put crosses in.
Mate, he's just played 2 games for Uruguay, so he can play for the national team. I don't see why he can't fit in the United team. And stuff last night, they're saying that they want to extend his contract and that. And if I was a player in his position, not getting game time, would you really want to sign a long-term deal? Like, I don't get it, to be honest.
No, you see the other story that he's getting rid of the younger players. He doesn't want to give them the easy sort of games or the easy contracts that they don't quite fit, so they just get out the door, and he'll bring other players in that then got to try and learn the system or how he wants them to play. I don't know. It's a lot of people that know a lot about football sort of telling us that, he's been there for that long and they can't really see what he's trying to do. Whereas they're seeing what Ange is trying to do come off straight away.
Yeah, I had this discussion at the pub at lunchtime, as you guys know, with my mate about, Ange and at Spurs and all that. But you look at Spurs as a club, it's quite settled, brand new stadium, it would be a happy place to work, work at, play at. And, players at Manchester United, you can't tell me that's a happy place to be at right now. You got fans warring with the owners. Apparently the club's being sold and then it's not. You got off-field dramas with 2 senior players. We've had off-field dramas the last 2 years, really. And, what it's like. You go to your workplace every day and there's dramas. It's not going to be a good place to be at, is it? So, it's... No,
and it's with the other stuff with a lot of the other players as well. With Lingard, and it's been happening with Pogba and Lingard going back for ages. They've been talking about, who's in the squad and who's settled. And then the latest was Mike Phelan coming out saying that, Ronaldo's standards were too high for the other players.
How does that work? How are they too high?
It's do you want to win a game or not? You get one shot at it, really.
And,
play
you know,
at
I
this
know, like,
club
people,
if you're not there.
yeah, people have been saying stuff like with Ten Hag about, like, what's he trying to do and all that. Like, you know, he's still repairing stuff that, you know, was under Ralph Rangnick and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Like, he's got all these players on massive deals and wages that he can't get rid of, and he doesn't want to play them. So he's stuck in the middle, you know, like, and you know, it's a bit different from playing a young 18-year-old at Ajax in the Eredivisie and playing a young kid in the Premier League at Manchester United, you know. So it's all different pressures on him, and, you know, the place is
a little bit, but yeah, like he still brought in Anthony.
Yeah.
You know, that was one of his guys, and he really doesn't really deliver too much. He'll beat a play, but he won't cross it. He just got to cut back in.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, I mean,
as
he
you know,
did
like,
play him down the left, and when he did play him on the left a couple of times last season, he got past the guy and he put an early cross in.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was a ball into the box, and you think, great. Why can't
But
you
maybe
do it
we
slightly
know,
with your right
maybe we
foot?
know now why Anthony isn't playing the way he has been, because he knows what's going on in, you know, the background. And, you know, like you mentioned, like, Anthony, but like he's also signed players that have played well, and he's actually improved players that were already there. Where under the other managers, they've brought players in, and, you know, like, for instance, like Di Maria leaves after 6 months, and, you know, it's just been an absolute basket case for like the last 10
He'd
years.
never want to come, though, did he?
No, but this is the thing, like, Ten Hag's got, you know, Amrabat knocked back like 10 deals apparently to come to United. Rasmus wants to play for United. Like, he's actually getting players in there that want to play for Manchester United. You know, that's all we can ask for, like, you know. So
Yeah.
I think he needs time, and, you know, the money's not there like what it was with Ollie and, you know, Louis van Gaal and Mourinho and those, you know. We've seen, like, we're buying players on loan. You know, it's just, or like not even buying, we're just loaning, and it's a mess. Like, you know, so I think he's got, you know, an enormous job, bigger than any other of the other managers before us. This job's bigger, I reckon.
You see some of see the wage bill, like how many players are up around 350 or 300 or 250 or anything above 200. There's a handful of players that shouldn't even be there on over 100 and something.
Well, and plus we made Champions League, so some players got bonuses. Like, why do you need a bonus to make the Champions League? Like, you should just be signing your contract to play well. You know what I mean? Like, I don't get all these bonuses and that. Like, you know, you should be there playing 100% full stop. You shouldn't need a bonus if you do well.
Is Adam going home, is he?
I don't know. He looks a bit frozen, actually.
You two were talking I was just listening, mate. Just listening, save me talking. It's nice to have you on the pod, Shane. I was just going to say, like, even between the what do you call it, between the youth players and our first team, I think Shane and I, we counted them up, like 23 players were exited out the door over the past, like, just in January. It was unbelievable. Not January. Where are we? September. Yeah.
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 But sometimes, like, players aren't good enough, and, like, you know, he's watching them day in, day out. So, you know, we see him in a preseason against Melbourne Victory or someone like that, and, you know, me and you could look good against them. So maybe he sees stuff in training that he's not happy with, and I like a manager that demands the best. And, you know, if they're not good enough, why hang around? We've had that problem the last 10 years, just players hanging around. Like, you know, Tuan Sadie should have been sold years ago, but, you know, just hung around. So, you know, it's just
a bigger problem. Like, we've got our forwards, but who's going to play in the defence? Who's coming back? Shaw's still out.
Or Victor and Martinez are fine. They both played the internationals.
Yeah, so they'll start. You think they'd be the starters?
And I think Dallo will play on the left and Wan-Bissaka will play on the right. So
yeah. No, you know, the funny thing, a big conversation between a lot of the supporters, even on our, like, private pages and stuff like that, is how well the United players play for their country. And I say to them, well, there's no stress when they go to the other when they go to play for their country, do they? You know, they seem to play to their full potential, yet they don't seem to be able to do it at United. I don't know. Maybe it's a stress relief for them to go play for their country, and you know, you can see their abilities.
You also got to look at the opposition they're playing. Like, you know, Bruno back, you know, against Luxembourg. Like, when was the last time they did anything in the world? You know, like, it's not Brighton this weekend, is it? Like,
no disrespect.
Like, no, but let's be honest. You know, like, you know, you look at like say Scotland and that, like
So
you know,
you just lost all your listeners from Luxembourg.
I'm shocked. But you've also got to look at the opposition. You can't just be like, oh, I play well for England. Well, Harry Maguire didn't play well for England. I don't think Rashford played well for England. So, it's Dalot's playing in a Portuguese side with, some really good players in that team. So, you can't compare them. Like in my opinion.
Nah, that's it. Yeah. Look, I was just saying. Look, you just look at them when they go. They do. They look happier. It must be a stress relief for them though to go play for their country compared to like playing at Manchester
It used to be
United.
the other way, isn't it? Well, the
Yeah,
England
it used to be
players
the
used
other
to
way.
hate going
Now
to
it's
England.
not. Yeah,
But United's always been bigger than England. Let's be honest.
100%. Yep.
Like so the pressure is on them.
Yeah.
Like, it's like all these people talking England Scotland rivalry and all that. They come along to the Olympics and it's Great Britain. They're all happy as Larry. So
I saw that for you today.
Oh mate, like all the rivalry and stuff like that. They bloody play happy families in a few years.
Mate, I've got to admit, when I heard the Scotland national anthem, Shane, when you sent that link through, holy shit, man. It gave me some goosebumps, man. I tell you, it was awesome, wasn't it?
I grew up watching the rugby used to be really, really good.
Hey, we're not talking rugby this week, all right?
You said it's a general chat. You said it's
the
a general
national
chat
anthem.
today.
Yeah, the Scottish national anthem. When it was at Murrayfield, or you hear the football, when that whole place is just bouncing. It's one of the best ones around.
Hey, we're talking about rugby and anthems. There's 3 national anthems that got stuffed up at the Rugby World Cup. It was hilarious, mate. Like I couldn't stop laughing.
Again?
Yeah, it was like in the AFL too. That the girl forgot to sing the whole last line of the Australian national anthem. The funniest thing was she was like from Russia or somewhere. Like it's just I don't know where they get this stuff from. Like yeah, it's a crack up, but. As long as people aren't talking about United, it's all good, eh?
Could be worse. Could be listening to the American national anthem.
Oh, shit.
Or the World Series. What about the World Champs? Hey, shout out to Germany for winning the Basketball World Cup.
Oh yes, how good was that?
The green team not getting up there, so good on the Germans.
Mate, you sure you never
NATO's coming after us.
You sure you never had a few at the club? Because you are on fire at the moment.
Hey, I had a few, but I've got to give a shout out to Dave Bromley, who I was with. He wanted a shout out. He just subscribed today. So, Dave, sponsorships are available.
Sponsorships are
Is
available.
this beards for comment now?
Yeah.
Hey?
Are you getting paid beards for comment?
Yeah. Mate, well, we all know our good friend Mark won't sponsor us, so we've got to try and find someone else.
I have to start plugging the Hungry Jacks guy.
KFC, I reckon.
KFC. Hungry Jacks. We'll take anyone.
Hey, Adam tried dissing KFC the other day and he got shut down straight away, didn't you?
No, I didn't. I didn't dish it at all. I didn't dish it at all. There was no chance I dish KFC. Right? Yeah. Our one's getting fixed up at the moment up the road. So it's probably good because I wanted to drop in the Savo, but it wasn't there. So I just went straight home.
Hey, let's talk about our women's side, eh?
Yeah. What do you got for us? All I can see is players exiting.
Why is everyone leaving?
Yeah.
Oh,
out, man. Mate, how many we had exit now? 4, 5?
Oh, and there's also been some younger ones, but you're always going to get that. But, Via Boaster's a good player and, a key member of the squad. That shocked me, actually, yesterday's announcement.
When's the window shut for them?
Well, the season starts first week, so I'm guessing like a week or 2 after that, I'm guessing. But like,
same thing with the guys,
been on pre-season, like with each other. Like the squad just went to Germany together.
World Cups. Yeah.
And then like 3 of them just left. Like it, sometimes it doesn't make a hell of a lot of sense. So
she's gone to Atletico.
No, it's the same thing with the way they run the guy stuff. Why is it all so late in the piece? Like surely you know who you're trying to get, or you know who's wanting to go.
Yeah. Well, it's like Amrabat. He knew, like, he said he wanted to come 2 months ago, and we signed him on like the last day. and that was a mess, you know. So
Yeah, but
it's
that was
just
the same thing as Fellaini. Now we
all
could
of
have
it.
bought Fellaini for 23 mil, but no, we'll wait for another 4 weeks and you pay 27 for him because it went over the clause.
Or back in those
It's
days,
just-
why do you even get him? Like, you know, they were the days when we were linked with Tony Cruz, remember? And I thought heaven was coming, and it didn't come.
And Herrera, Cruz.
Mate.
We ended up with like Falcao and all those sort of
Well,
players.
Fellaini.
Came off
Yeah.
like 3 knee reconstructions. We'll sign him. Martial came on what 50-something million. He played about 19 games for Monaco, and most of them were off the bench. It was a great signing that year.
Yeah.
Are you awake, Adam?
Yeah, I am, mate. I'm just listening to you two talk. I love it. Keep going, boys. It's mate. For the first time, I'm getting on a podcast where I don't have to say much.
Mate, plug the hat that you just made. Look at
No,
that beautiful
we'll
hat.
do that. The new hat, yeah. So
Where's
we've
the
got
hat
the new
going?
hat here. Huh? We've got the
How much are they?
$100
How much
for
are
you.
$100, mate. No, we got
That's
a
signed.
limited amount. We got a
That's
limited amount of them. We did.
That's
we got, I
signed
think
with
we got
proper
7.
authenticity.
Yeah. We can get the crew to sign them for everyone. Eh?
But you're trying to raise money.
We put the stick man on it. We put the
Well,
stick
we
man
got
on
no
it here.
sponsorship. So
Yeah. So we put the stick man on it. Man Cave United. I thought it was a pretty good logo to come up with. So
when are you getting that tattooed on you, Adam?
stick man. Well, I got jealous of all you blokes having the stick man logo. So I thought I'll go and make my own.
Guess
Who
it's
else
not
has one?
copyright, is it?
Crickerman's gone. Yeah, we'll take another.
I'll just rub it off my leg. Adam, I must say that the new view in your cave is excellent. Well done.
Yeah,
Great job.
changed everything around. I got rid of one of the lounges. Rid of one of the lounges, and so you can see there's a lot more room down the side there now. So
I thought the
lounge,
missus took you out of the house, so you had to rearrange it a little bit.
Nah, I put the lounge in Alyssa's bedroom, so so she can watch TV in there instead of annoying us. So.
Oh, is that what she's doing? Okay.
Dude. You've had one too many this summer.
Mate, you're flying up. You should be flying up for the Wanderers game, mate.
No, he's not playing. Big George ain't playing. So
yeah, but aren't you a diehard Wanderer now?
Yeah, for sure. So anyway, we should talk some football, eh? We did start on football, but again we went off subject because this is why we do get Shane in, so we can talk football. And
when we
back
can
to
hear
the Brighton game. Huh?
When we can hear Shane.
Eh?
I'm actually excited for this Brighton game. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, well, it's a midnight. What's a
You think
midnight
there's going to be
kickoff
something
here?
after the Arsenal?
Oh, mate, they have to give us something, don't they, as supporters? So, mate, we're playing at home. We've got a good record at home, so I think we'll do all right against Brighton. I think.
To be fair though, I don't think we're that bad against Arsenal. You know, it's what a couple of millimeters in it, and we're up 2-1. We're talking complete different scenario after the international break. You know, so it's just little small
Same
margins.
thing with Tottenham, though.
Yeah.
Same thing with the Tottenham game. Like, how is that not a penalty? Like, how far away do you have to be from someone now for the ball to actually hit your hand? And then saying it's this, that, and the other. Bruno scores his header, which he would have done most times.
Yeah.
You know, we go at half time 2-0 up.
Yeah.
It's one of those things, isn't it?
Playing with striker.
It's one of those things at the moment for us. It's just those little 1%ers that we're not getting right. And if we I think we go on a roll if we start getting those right. I just think, you know, but again, the papers are all, you know, on our back because we're not getting wins. What are we, 11th at the moment?
I like the striker.
Brighton 6th. Yeah, mate, he was encouraging, wasn't he?
Rasmus against, his little cameo he came on, I thought it looked impressive.
You know, and he could have had a penalty in that game as well, you know, like after watching it again.
Yeah.
You know, so, yeah. And, hey, Adam,
Yeah.
What odds you giving me that Onana scores this year?
What do you think he's going to step up for a header? If we're behind, he'll be up in the box for sure.
Yeah.
But you got to be careful. Your predictions are bad, man. He's liable
Yeah,
to get
that's why I'm
injured.
saying it.
Don't predict anything. Just don't predict.
Mate,
haven't we got a new keeper coming in as well? So didn't we
Who?
sign a new keeper? We just signed a
the
keeper.
Turkish lad.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's
so
not going to overtake Onana.
No, I don't know that. But he'll be there for Africa when he goes to African nations, won't he? Is that January when that happens?
He's not going though, isn't he?
Oh, he's not going.
Didn't he? He said he walked out in the last one, didn't the World Cup?
Yeah, so he walked out, and apparently Eric Ten Hag signed him because he said he wasn't going to go to the African Cup of Nations, but now he's saying that he might go. So it's just another message, United. So
yeah, oh, you haven't heard about that
Depends
one,
how
Shane.
United are going. If he wants a holiday,
Shane,
or
you got
not.
to check your WhatsApp group a bit more, mate. All that information was in it.
Oh, mate, we're going off topic.
I did see he reposted the In-Betweeners one 2 days after you'd sent it the first time.
Yeah, no, yeah. Yeah, so keep up, dude.
In between us,
Yeah.
what one was that?
That was the one where the guy was telling them to just go home and don't rape anybody.
Behave. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I just thought it needed double issuing because we've had a lot of dramas lately. Not with the podcast, just with our football team. Hey, do you reckon Mason's going to play this weekend?
Mason.
I think
Mason
he'll come
Mount.
off the bench.
No, Greenwood. Come on. We've moved on. Greenwood, your favourite player.
Yeah, he'll play for sure. He'll bag too.
Yeah.
He'll bag too. Get in, Greenwood. Come on. Yeah, he's going to bag
put
too.
Money on that. I'll put money on that,
mate. He'll get a double, mate. You watch.
Yeah.
He's going to go. He's just going to keep going.
Mate, he's going to bang a hat trick against Real Madrid. You reckon?
No, well, they played Real Madrid the other week.
Yeah, I know. But they will play each other.
Yeah, they'll play each other again, I suppose. But yeah, but mate, I'm stinging for him. Well, I think Optus play all the Spanish stuff, don't they?
Yeah. Yeah, it's on there,
so
mate.
I'll have to look out for
Yeah,
it.
be able to watch it this weekend.
Yeah, so I'll definitely tune into that. Midnight kickoff for us. What time's it?
After the Brighton game, we've got Munich. That's going to be exciting.
Got Bayern.
Up against Harry Kane's definitely going to score against us, isn't he? After being linked with us for so long.
Is that the home game? That's the home game, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I think one of the boys from the supporters club are going to that game.
Yeah.
So
yeah, because the last game of the group is away to Munich.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so lucky him. He's going. I think young Mark's going overseas soon. He's going back to England soon. So there's a fair few people going. He told the bride she wasn't real happy.
Is that why he's sending me messages today?
He's been very quiet.
Seriously, he's off again, is he?
He's off again. Yep, he's off again. He's going for, I think, 5 weeks. Yeah. 5 weeks.
So you're in charge of
7 years ago. No, he's been in charge of the supporters club even when he was gone for 7 years. The internet's wonderful.
Yeah.
So, all right. Being that we've had a casual talk instead of talking football, do we need to wrap it up, or are we going to just keep talking?
I thought we were going to start being serious now.
Mate, I can't take you serious ever.
True. You got to have a laugh. The world needs more laughter, mate.
Mate, 100%, especially being a United supporter. Have we got? Let's get. Have you got anything new on display, mate? Have you got anything new?
What have I got? I'll have a look. I'll be back.
I've got a few new cards on their way. I've got a few new cards.
Oh, yeah.
Cards.
Dino, I got a Beck's rookie England card the other day. What else did I get? I've got some other ones, older ones coming along. They're at Delaros, so I'm looking forward to receiving them. I'm actually bidding on at the moment the box set, pin box sets. I found a pin box set, Dino. The what do you call it one? The treble one. Yeah.
Oh,
Not the reunion one. The first one that came out. So
okay.
I think my emails just told me I got outbidded.
Oh, okay. Just send me the link. I'll outbid you.
No. You've already got it. You'd already have it, wouldn't you?
I think so. I don't have anything new in the cave, but I do have something very important.
Okay. What do you got that's
ready?
important? Yep. Like the glazes. Shane hasn't got his glasses on. Look.
You see that, Shane?
Yeah.
Well, you sold all your Garnacho stuff that you won the other day.
Yeah. I'm happy, mate.
Yeah. The raffle went all right for you?
It did. It sold out in about 5 minutes.
Yeah. So
Ian was spewing. He wanted a spot and he was too late.
So if anyone doesn't know what a card raffle is, Dino, explain it to them.
Well, it's called a card Raz for a start.
Called
but anyway.
card Raz. Sorry.
Yeah, it's a Raz. We're keeping Shane. Oh, it's just like if you have a sort of an expensive card, it's a cheap way for people to purchase cards. So say the card, you value the card at $500, you can do like 10 spots at $50, or depends on how many spots you want. So, and then a randomizer picks a number, and whoever's got that number wins the card. So, it can be, it's just, a gamble again. So, but the guy yesterday won it. He had 2 spots. The guy had 5 spots and he didn't win it. So it's just, just a random thing. So it can work beneficial for people, and sometimes it doesn't.
Shane, what do you got new?
How much is
You'd
this
have
spot?
something new. It depends. I think Dean's card was valued at 400, wasn't it, Dean?
I saw it for 430, I think it was.
430. Yeah, it was a signed Garnacho card. Yeah.
Right.
And then I think he had. There was a few.
Mate, I'm actually opening.
He's still into
I'm
the pod,
opening
is
a
he?
box now.
You what?
I've started
Is he
opening a
still
box,
watching
man.
the pod?
Who's watching the pod?
Is Garnacho still watching the pod?
No, well, what do you call it? I think Garnacho's missus contacted Dino the other day on women of.
I've actually just cracked open a box. I'm halfway through it, and you rudely called me. So I got a nice sedan. To 199. That's a decent card. Got a nice black and white Ricardson. That's 350. And then this one, there's only 25 of these ones, but it's a Liverpool player, so straight to the fire for that one.
Shano,
it's actually a pretty good card, but
Shano pressed a couple of jerseys the other day. You got your Vidic hanging there. Did you do Vidic the other day? Yeah.
No.
Pressed,
yeah, that's his shirt from the Norwich game in the 20 times season when they won the 20th.
Yeah, right. So that wasn't player issue. That was actually Vidic's. Oh yeah, that's right. That one's still got dirt and that on it too, doesn't it?
Yeah, it stinks of BO.
Yours or his?
I can't still quite. I can get into it, but it's just a bit sort of like a wetsuit sort of feel to it still.
Keep running, mate. Keep running.
Back on the bike.
Hey, was that your holiday house you're at today out in the hinterland?
Today?
Yeah.
Jeez, that'd be. Yeah.
Nice
no, sadly, it's another place, another working environment.
I'll tell you what, it's like a candy store in here now. The way I've opened it up, I thought I'd just get the what do we got? 5 minutes left. Let's extend this out. So I don't know if I've done this. I've done the Duncan Edwards 1957 card. I just got that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
That one, Duncan Edwards. And Shane's trying to tell the dog to be quiet, the poor thing.
I thought he had like a baby or something there. I was like, what is that?
It's his dog. And then we've got a Beckham rookie England one from what's that, 97.
Yeah.
Well, mate, I've got a lot here. I might set up the video one day behind the Beckham and Rashford stand over on this side.
Yeah.
Where is it? Just there. Just there. But yeah. There's a balance going up there. Yeah, it's really good. Mate,
Don't
I'll
worry,
tell you
Shane.
what-
I'm walking around his cave, lost.
I'll tell you what, this
You're still picking
podcast
out
is going to
cards,
be
is it?
really riveting for everyone.
Hey, do you leave the cave?
Do I leave the cave? I try
Yeah.
not to. I try not to. Yeah. If I walk into the house, there's too many women in there.
Mate, we can't lose our women followers. Just calm down.
Yeah.
We've already lost Luxembourg, so come on.
Yeah, so I'm happy with that. I was looking at some pins again today as well. Oh, I wore the new jersey on the other side there. Yeah, I need to order some more stuff for the cave.
Yeah, you got to get off eBay, mate. That's your
Yeah.
downfall.
Yeah, I know. It's not good. But
You'll
anyway.
start whacking stuff up on the ceiling.
Yeah.
No, I like the white
Could
ceiling.
you imagine that middle of a podcast, something will fall on him, you watch.
Yeah, so anyway.
All right, I'm
this
going to
is-
go.
Yeah, we've got to go. It's just talking too
gotta
much
go.
shit right here, right now. But you know what?
That's what we
I'm
do.
happy that Shane has actually come on and everything worked, which was fantastic. So we
Looks
know
like he's in a little sunroom.
he is, man. Look, it looks nice and cash there. Are you wearing your
Yeah.
undies or you got shorts on?
No, I got shorts on now. I went and made a special effort for you.
Good on you, buddy. Good on you.
All right.
All right, people. Thanks for coming on. I'll talk to you later. See you
Struggling.
later. Check ya.
Is this where we can all fuck off now?